Hello, in this video I'm going to go over Football Manager, which was a game for the ZX Spectrum. In particular, I used to play this on the ZX Spectrum 48K, and it's a very basic game, and we're just going to look at its basic aspects and think about how we would code for a game like this with modern languages. The designer for this game was Kevin Toms, and the publisher was Addictive Games, and it was released in 1992. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos about computer science and software engineering. So this is the type of game that me and my friends would have had when we were at school, and Football Manager was a very popular game with me and my friends and a lot of other people who were Spectrum fans. Now, what I would like you to do is to think about the different components of this game and why it might be so interesting, and how would we code for it in modern languages. I realize that Spectrum Basic is going to be completely different from Python or Java, but there's going to be a few things that we can think about in terms of languages that we're familiar with. So here it's asking me to type in my name, type your name. So I type my name, and it's going to be stored somewhere. It's going to be stored in a variable, right? We could recreate that part of the program and declare a variable username. You type the name in, the variable then holds that name. So we use this name. This name is going to be stored into a variable, and then that variable can be used anywhere else in the program. So it makes it more friendly, because whenever it communicates with me, it will have a string plus concatenated with that string. It will have that variable that has my name in. You see, pretty straightforward, really. So now it's asking me to choose from this list here, and I can type 99, and it's going to give me another list, and we can keep going. And there are more and more and more names. You can choose any of these names. Now, this is before the age of what we call point and click. Okay, so there's no mouse with a Spectrum 48K. We're looking at the screen and using information that there is on the screen to navigate around. So 99 for more, H equals copy. This is an important idea in software development, this idea of interacting with the user. Now, usually we would use things called widgets, which have drop-down menus, text menus, buttons. We would think about the presentation of the button, the labeling, the visualization of the button. You know, when I say visualization, is it clear what the button is going to be doing? Most of the time we're going to use 99, or we're going to select one of these numbers. So 33 represents Bradford, 34 represents Brentford. Okay, 35 is Bristol Rovers. Pretty straightforward, right? So you can see that. So I still want another list, because I can only go in one direction, it seems here. Type a team number of the team you want to manage, or 99 for more. So here we go. We're back to the beginning now. My team, there is Spurs, so it's going to be 14. You've entered your name, and now you've selected a team, and now you're going to select what level you want to be at. So it's going to get better. Well, I don't want to be too flash, so let's go for just 2, because it's been years. Now it is asking me to select the color of my team. So there's a lot of selections going on here, and I want you to think about what would be the coding process behind these selections. Where are all the last names kept with their details? I mean, if you think about them as objects, they're going to have specific objects are going to have their attributes and their behaviors. So you would have like a team object, and then you're going to have its attributes, and the behaviors of the team is going to be the same. Well, again, I just want to say that this obviously Spectrum Basic doesn't work in that principle, but we can still think about how you would do this. So I'm going to choose white because that's the closest to my team's colors. Now, we're into the game, and we're starting to look at the structure of the game now and what's it going to do. Now, this is one of the things that makes the game so interesting. First of all, you can sell or list your players, right? So there's some trading that can go on. Print scores, etc. Obtain a loan. You can borrow money so that you can go out and buy new players. You can pay off a loan. You can change your skill level. You can change the team or players' names. Now, don't you think that that's quite interesting? So if I do change, now it's asking for confirmation. And let's just have a look through here and see if Spurs is in there. I don't know whether it's going to allow us to change the names of Spurs, but you see at the top there, it's got the division. This is in the age of when we had Division 1, 2, 3, and 4. We usually start off in Division 4. There it is, Spurs. 64. So if I go 64, type new team name. So you can change the name of it. Well, I don't want to do that. So how do I get out of this now? How am I going to get back? Invalid team name. Right. So I couldn't push the 99 to make it go to another, to scroll it, basically, to scroll down the list. And now it's giving me an invalid team name. So why would it do that? Because it's looked at the characters and said, well, these are not, they're not letters. They're not alpha. So think about how you would do that. If you're writing a program and you need somebody to put their name in, or something that has letters in and letters only, you need to think about how you're going to write your program so that it detects whether there are any indiscrepancies in the user input. I suppose if I put Spurs, any more changes? So now we get into the player names, and we're looking at the player names, and I can do 99 to scroll, and I can do 99 again, and I can do 99 again, and that's all of the numbers that there are there. So now now I'm going to change one of these names. I'm going to change 10. and I'm going to put my own in. Now, can you see how this makes it more appealing? It's just a basic game, and it's made more appealing because it's adding personal stuff to it. You can decorate it in the way that you want. You can personalize your gaming experience, and that makes it a lot more fun. Obviously, you can save it as well by using keep. So now, if I go to A, we're going to look at the players. P equals picked. So this is asking us, like, we can't send any players at the moment because we've only got 11. So we're going to have to continue with this. So let's do 99. This is telling us what the match is, and we're going to hit enter to continue. This is giving us a rundown of the match. Now, C, we can change the team. So let's have a look just to make sure, just to see if we can actually change the team, because I'm sure that there should be other players there that we can use. But it doesn't seem to be. So we can't add any more to it because this is basically all we have. And it goes back to the rundown. Now we do 99. And here we have the match highlights. Prepare yourself for the graphics. Aren't they so amazing? But at the time, this was like, well, it wasn't fantastic, but it was better than nothing. It's, oh, they've scored against me already. Oh, and it's been saved. Now Spurs are on the attack. Now, me and my friends would have hours of fun just playing this game because this is all we had. Oh, and it's an equaliser. Look at that, from outside the box. And Spurs are on the attack again. And they go ahead, 2-1. Oh, and now Blackpool have equalised. Okay, so that was quite a thriller. 2-2. Now it has the gate receipts, so there are points each time we play, where the points are money. And you have to think about it in your games, when you're writing games, when you're making games, how are you going to make your games interesting to people? Right, this is a very basic game, but it kept a lot of young people very happy for hours on end. Stick around for part 2 and learn more about software engineering and software design and how we think about how the user interfaces with the product.